Heyo, Dregan here, and we're playing The Path. Let's roll. Now, last time you might remember we decided to play through Rose Red's adventure. We encountered the Cloud Wolf, and I stated my sort of like distaste for the particular one, just because, I don't know, as I say, it seems very, in comparison to all the other wolves, some of which you're going to see, well, one of which you're going to see today. Well, not today, because I usually split these into two parts, so probably in a week, one of which you'll probably see in a week. But yeah, all the others seem a lot more down to earth, a lot more clever, and that one just seems too artsy to me, and I could never quite understand it. I've been doing some reading up, however, between recordings, on different interpretations, one of which is talking about imagination. As I say, it's about loss and growth and that, and some people say it's about the loss of imagination and all that sort of thing. So I guess that's one way of looking at it. It's this great cloud being, it can sort of playing with the idea of someone's thoughts, I guess. Another interesting interpretation I read was it's representative of a girl's first orgasm, which is an interesting interpretation to say the least. I'll give them that. Not quite what I got from that, but I mean, obviously I'm not a girl, so I can't quite equate what a woman's first orgasm must be like. So female viewers of my audience, if your first orgasm was anything like this, please let me know in the comment section below. Anyway, let's today we're going to be doing Ginger Red. I'm doing them sort of like, well, it was sort of accidental at first, but I'm doing them in order of age, so youngest to oldest. So we did the youngest first, which I believe was okay, that's Ruby. Can't remember the youngest one's name. Then we did Rose Red. And now we go to Ginger Red. Now, in this series I've obviously been trying to put my own thoughts forward, my own interpretations and all that. Ginger, with her, a lot of it, for me, at the very least... actually, I'm going to wait, just because I'm not sure how much this drowns me out, even with audio balancing. Christ, this is loud. So yeah, this is Ginger. She is quite sort of a tomboyish character. Can't remember her exact age, but she's quite... She's one of the sort of middle two sisters, and for me, a lot of her character is about expectation. And you might be wondering what I mean about that. I'm not talking about expectations on a young person or others' expectations of that, although I guess there's playing a tiny bit, but more someone at that age's expectations of the world. and I'll get onto that more as we go on. Oh, let's head towards the graveyard first. And oh yeah, I can run. Yeah, so yeah, because the expectations on her, I'll start with those, because obviously when you're a young girl, there's this almost expectation that there's a way you should be. You should. Wow, am I walking towards my own wolf in this direction? I don't think so. Yeah, when you're a young girl, I mean, as I say, I wasn't one, so feel free to correct me on my notions of what it's like to be a young girl. But there's expectations of how you should be. Like, oh, sorry, tree on a hill? Check. Yeah, there's expectations that Girl in White. Girl in White's going to be very relevant to this one, by the way. Yeah. As a young girl, there's expectations you should be a certain way, you should be very ladylike, you should behave. Whereas Ginger's the opposite of that. She's a tomboy of sorts. And yeah, so she's quite the wild child. She'll interact with things like this. Oh, not a rumour. So she's about having fun. She's about being free. Small things move fast. Now you see me. Now you don't. So she's got a sense of play, a sense of fun about her, all that sort of thing. So yeah, and obviously, in a way, it's very boyish. She's a tomboy. Okay, we can't examine that as Ginger. She is a tomboy, and she behaves as such. That's simple as you can get, really. And I'm finding it hard to put into words. So yeah, I think a lot of that is to do with the expectation on her. On the other hand, I think it's also about her expectations of the world. Oh. Sorry, just an image of a sister there. I just saw a light over there. But yeah, yeah. As I say, I think a lot of her is to do with her expectations of the world, how she sees the world around her. At this age, you have a view on how the world should be and how the world is going to be when you grow up. This is the age where you start having aspirations. You're like, oh, I want to be a doctor, I want to do this when I grow up, I want to be this, that and the other. It's the age you start thinking about the world outside of yourself, and you come to see the world in certain ways. So I'm just going to pick this up. I think with Ginger there's a huge element of she sees the world in a certain way. She sees it as a playground of sorts, I guess. There's a symbol over that way for a second then. Let's go this way. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so she sees the world as a certain way, and I think this whole ordeal is sort of a reflection on that view, how she sees the world and how I'm trying to work out what this is. I say the Girl in White is very relevant to this. In my own mind, the Girl in White represents innocence. And I seem to be having some trouble interacting with this. If I move around to the side, will it have a bit of a better time? No, leave me alone, girl. Leave me alone. Not you. Not you. she's climbing for again. You cannot stop me. I am never still. Yeah, she wants to have fun, she wants to play around, and I think, in a way, she sees a lot of the world, like, as the girl in white, as innocent. Like, she doesn't see the world literally as the girl in white, but you get what I mean. I hope you get what I mean. She sees the world as being this sort of, this fun place, this place to play, this place to be free. And, well, I don't want to get too heavy, but I mean, the world's not like that. I mean, I guess I reflect on that a lot myself at the moment, because I'm someone who's looking for a job at this current time and not having the best of luck. So I do sort of measure with that idea that the world might not be the easiest place to get along with. We seem to be getting a lot of Carmen, I think that is. Images of Carmen. Different things I'm finding at the moment. But yeah, so I don't know how to explain. I'll explain myself better when I've had the wolf, but I don't want to spoil it. Oh, what's that? Oh, there we are. So yeah, it is really hard to describe what I'm talking about without going through the wall first and seeing what it is. But she has a very interesting wolf to me. And once again, the girl in white is very relevant to her wolf. I find it interesting, sorry, the graveyard is on the map, but the boat pond doesn't appear to be. I'm not sure why that is. I'm not sure if the boat pond is only accessible as Rose, yeah, that's it. I keep getting names mixed up. It might only be accessible as Rose because I know it sort of cuts a big swath across the forest.